start. He has Gatti backpedaling, a little tentative, as you can see, a little tight, and there he goes upstairs again with another display of hand speed.
Yeah, and there is that left hand dragging down of Gatti. You know, when you are hurt, your hands are going to go back where they're used to being held. If that is up by your face and you're hurt, they'll go back there. If they're down by your waist like Gatti did now, that's where they end up.
Gatti can't even find the strength to pick up his hands to protect his face.
Yeah, and look at the strength now in Sanabria. See how he's just walking through the punches of Gatti? He's just walking through anything that Gatti even throws at him. Arm punches.
Ninth round action. Gatti has been beyond the eighth only once, and that was his last fight when he said he felt stronger every round and actually stopped his opponent in the 10th. But now it is Gatti running out of gas, and Sanabria coming on strong. Gatti has actually 3.5 rounds to go.
Yeah, Sanabria's been coming on strong since the 6th round. Actually, in that round, he pulled on the pressure, but these are the effects of the last 3 rounds.
Gatti tried to punch himself back, but he is blocked by the straight shot by Sanabria.
Yeah, Gatti's back hit the rope. He knew he had to fight.
Gatti's fans are all standing behind his corners, trying to give as much support as they can because they know that they're going to get pumped. Reaching back is Gatti, looking for the big punch, a miracle to pull him out of some trouble here. And standing tall is Sanabria. He keeps on pouring in, full control.
Oh, yeah. Sanabria came in tonight knowing what he wanted to do in this fight. Up until this 9th round, he has done exactly what he had planned on doing. He allowed Arturo Gatti to come out in the first several rounds, score. He slowed the tempo down to his pace, to his level, just to get this into the later rounds. Big right hand.
Another cracking right by Sanabria. 15 seconds to go. Steve Smoger, the referee, taking a long look at the face of Gatti. Oh, another right cracked by Sanabria. And Sanabria walks back to his corner with his hands raised. He thinks he has this one now. Gatti taking some vicious shots and still standing tall.
Arturo, I want to take a look at him. Arturo, how do you feel? Huh? You want to go on? Speak up. You want to go?
Yes.
Okay.
What are you doing over here, Arturo?
Very good.
Good.
Arturo, baby. Come on, use your job more, Arturo. Let's try to work in the body. Cover yourself. Don't go wide, baby. Come on, baby. How you feel? Come on. Take that water. I can't leave that side of me. Okay? Come on, baby. What do you want?
There's a look at that swelling underneath the left eye, and there's why. Big overhand right, just on that swelling. And one more time, on that swelling. You use that swelling as a target. It is bigger, it's sticking out there. You can aim for that while you're throwing punches. I know these punches don't look very hard, but these are punches after 9 rounds of battling back and forth. And I have never, ever been hit with an easy punch. They all hurt.
Well, Gatti has to be thinking, as the knockout artist in this fight, to pull this thing out, he has to come up with a big punch. But does he have the strength to find that big punch?
Yeah, if he could get a rest for a round or maybe a round and a half, that would help him to rejuvenate it. The problem is, Jose Sanabria knows it, and Jose is on top of him. Jose doesn't want to give him any rest. He wants to not only keep hitting him, he wants to make Arturo Gatti work.
Sanabria is now turning shark-like, closing in.
Yeah, you can see the focus written all over his face.
Gatti backpedaling, keeping his distance.
Yeah, but Sanabria giving him the distance, too.
Oh, Sanabria left hook. Tries to change Gatti's notions of coming in close, and now Gatti backpedaling gets in a left. looking to stay in the top 5, looking to remain as the USBA junior lightweight champion. But it's Jose Sanabria who is stealing the show tonight. As far as that question at the beginning is Sanabria too old to be taking on a Gatti tonight? His answer is resounding no.
Is Gatti too young to be taking on a Jose Sanabria?
That answer may be a resounding yes. That was the question we proposed at the beginning of this fight. Gatti started strong, big first. It looked like he could have Sanabria out of there in the first round, which would have been his 12th first-round knockout. But Sanabria knew what he was doing. He weathered the storm of Thunder Gatti and has taken control of this fight. Turned it in the mid-round.
They turned this back over around the 6th round, which, if you're a fighter, you know you got 12 rounds to play with. If you win the first 5 rounds, that doesn't win the fight.
Now Gatti has to also consent to go into uncharted waters past the 10th.
Ever seen one of these?
Well, you talked about Arturo Gatti to get back into this game. He had to take a round or so off, and Sanabria at the end kind of raised his hands with Gatti keeping a distance, saying, come on, fight, but that's part of the plan of Gatti. Got to collect himself.
Not at all, especially not right here. What you want to do in boxing is you want to fight a boxer and box a fighter. Earlier we saw Arturo Gatti fighting a boxer. Now we see him boxing a fighter. Good combination from Sanabria.
Well, let me ask you, in his corner, Hector Roca is telling Arturo Gatti, don't go for the knockout. And you think at this point that's what he might need to win this fight, but he said to make Sanabria miss and make him pay. But Sanabria is getting in close range. He's getting a great percentage on his shots. It'll be hard to make him miss and to make him pay.
Yeah, and Arturo Gatti is scoring, he's moving, but he's also trying to breathe in there. Trying to get his breath back, shake his arms out. Right now he's very tight. Good right hand.
There's a worried look on the face of Arturo's brother Joe, and he comes alive now.
Yeah, he comes alive because Sanabria just lost his mouthpiece. Big left hook from Arturo Gatti. Sanabria's mouthpiece comes flying out. Let's hope his teeth weren't in it.
Arturo Gatti needs the George Foreman shot here in the last couple of rounds. Wow, Sanabria is standing in front of him, giving him an opportunity.
Yeah, now here is that second wind kicking in.
A little shots by Sanabria that have been bothering Gatti all night.
Yeah. Sanabria now having trouble with the speed of Arturo. Arturo has his second wind, moving, bouncing. He took a round off, a round and a half.
And they want to save something for the final round, which could be a slugfest. Joe Gatti, of course, was junior middleweight fighter. Coming down to 30 seconds in the 11th, and Gatti showing some spark here in 11, but it's Sanabria glued to Gatti.
Glued in this pressure. Relentless pressure right in front. Arturo Gatti doesn't have a minute to breathe. Gatti
actually caught that punch low. That's where his hands are, that far low. Well, 11 rounds down, 3 minutes to go. Sanabria feels in good shape going into into the 12th and final round, looking to pull off what you would consider an upset. He might not consider it upset. And Gatti now looking to revive. He has a minute to catch that second win and let it all hang out in the 12th and final round.
Your head is the way. Okay? Which combination I move? The fight yours, baby. Okay? If you hand high, the guy will throw you punch inside there, don't drop your hand. To take no chance. Okay? And when you get there, inside, don't go like this.
There's a look at the eye.
Okay?
Done a good job keeping the swelling down in that eye.
Okay,
Look for Gatti to come out with a big shot here off the bell.
Touch him up. Final bell. Final round. One more bell to go. Landing at will tonight with her overhand right. Sanabria. Oh, good left hook. Now that'll control her right hand. Then you got to throw it fast and you got to throw it inside.
And Gatti has Sanabria cornered. For the moment.
Sanabria says, come on. They want Gatti to score and then move.
Sanabria looks pretty fresh for the 12th round.
He was hoping this 15.
That's right. He fought a 15-rounder as the crowd now getting behind and chanting. Gatti.
Look who's holding on. Sanabria. Good score from Gatti. Sanabria clinched.
Sanabria's first attempt at the world title. He went to Korea to fight the champion, Sung-Hoon Lee, and lost the 15-round split decision. His next fight, he would win the championship and defend 4 times as a junior feather. Tonight, he's at 130 pounds, fighting as a junior lightweight, trying to take the USBA crown away from Arturo Gatti, who surprised everyone when he beat champion Pete Talifero back in June, knocking out the champ in the first round, knocking him down 3 times.
Ooh, big right hand. But Arturo Gatti in this round has done a wonderful job following instructions. Roca said, I want you to score and then get out on your bicycle. He's done a fantastic job of scoring and then moving. Oh, mouthpiece again flying out. And that left hook. Sanabria fighting right now with no mouthpiece.
Sanabria says, come on, come and get me. If Gatti has to knock Sanabria out to win this fight, he has to knock out a guy who has been down once in a world championship career. That by Louis Espinosa 3 years ago. And Sanabria is not taken up by Gatti, continues to advance. Gatti continues to have to fight going backwards.
I do not believe that Steve Smoker, just now he saw the mouthpiece. Mouthpiece rule here is, and there's low in the action. Stop the fight for a moment, switch the mouthpiece off, put it back in.
Well, now's not the time to do it, and Smoker knows it.
Final seconds in the final round. Not at all. And Sanabria wants to fight. He wants Arturo Gatti to sit still.
Final seconds, and Gatti was out of final assault. 12 rounds down. Are they raising the new USBA junior lightweight champion?
Or the current USBA champion?
Or the still? Well, we will find out. Arturo Gatti taken 12 rounds, and the belt may have been taken away from him. The decision when we return on the Tuesday Night Fight.
Here's a tip that's got more rigid.
Welcome back, and we are ready for the decision. Arturo Gatti taken to school. Jose Sanabria thinks he has pulled it off and has become the new USBA champion. But Gatti in the end hanging in there through 12 rounds, and he works the crowd. He thinks that he did enough to hang on to the title. Let us find out. Into the ring to Jimmy Murata.
Ladies and gentlemen, before I read the decision, let's have a hand for both fighters. A great fight, ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, Judge Tom Kazmarek scores it 116-112. And judges Barbara Perez and Melvina Latham score it 118-110 for the winner. And still, USPA Junior Lightweight Champion, Артуро Gatti.
And you could tell by the reaction of the Gatti crowd, they even seemed to be surprised. Not only the fact that he won by such a wide margin. Two judges had it 118-110. And a very gracious and courteous Jose Sanabria comes over to give Gatti a hug, and now is led from the ring. And Camp, how'd you see it?
Well, Jose Sanabria knows the score. He's had many of these fights that were close that he would get the call on. I thought Артуро Gatti won the fight, though. I thought it was scored much wider than I had on my scorecard. I had it closer than these judges had it here. 116-112, the other judge.
A hug from Brother Joe, and a look on his face in the 10th round. If he only knew that this was on the way to a 118-110, I don't think you'd have seen the look on that face. So Артуро Gatti retains the championship, but learns some.
Wearing the white trunks with the black trim. He weighed in at an even 128 pounds. He has one win and one loss. A native of Bayamon, Puerto Rico, and now residing in Allentown, Pennsylvania. Ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome Luis Alinio Melendez. And his opponent in the blue corner, wearing the blue trunks with the white trim. He weighed in at an even 127 pounds. He has one win, no losses, and one draw. A native of Montreal, Quebec, Canada, and now residing in Jersey City, New Jersey. Ladies and gentlemen, here is Артуро Gatti.
And you may see a familiar person in the corner of Артуро Gatti, leading him into the middle of the ring, none other than Panama Lewis, who has received a license here in Pennsylvania and is back in the corner since that fateful night, July 16th, 1983, when he was in the corner of Louis Resto, who destroyed Billy Collins that night. And from that happenstance, Panama Lewis was imprisoned for 2 years. Criminal charges resulting from the illegal tampering with boxing gloves, taking the padding out of Resto's gloves. And we'll talk a little more about Panama Lewis. Now into this run and gun. Boom! He is down in the first round. And it is over. Luis Melendez goes one-on-one against Артуро Gatti. And Gatti with his second knockout in 2 fights. And the first round knockouts continue at the blue horizon. There must be a full moon tonight.
Smashing right hand from Артуро Gatti. Power in that right hand. He's only had one fight, now 2. Both of them KOs. A fast starter likes to get done fast.
Sam Solomon, the veteran cut man in the ring, and Melendez is still down, though he is talking now to the doctor, or at least listening.
A lot of times what they try to do with fighters that get knocked down, their cornermen come in and they try to get them up right away. Boy, if they get up when they're still hurt, they're going right back down again. Doctor is in there looking over Melendez now. Oh, and what a terrible feeling to be looking up the lights. But a good feeling for Артуро Gatti. Now he's talking, responding to questions. Right there, they're asking him what town he's in, what's your name, simple questions like that. But sometimes when you get knocked out like that, you forget.
Doctor's letting Melendez stay down. He wants to get up, but they say, no, not yet.
When you're down like that, you don't realize, you think you're healed and you think you're ready to go. You get up, you go right back down again. Wobbly legs. Leave him down there until you're good and sure that he's ready to get up. Take your time. When you get up, your head is dizzy.
What will follow Panama Lewis around the rest of his career are people who will now ask questions of, let's check those gloves of Arturo Gatti in this fight that ended in seconds. It was the quick hands of Arturo Gatti that stopped this fight early in the first round.
Gatti getting started quickly. Now, look how Melendez is coming in at him. Gatti just simply booms that right hand. Melendez leaving himself open. The left hand is low. Leans over, puts a shoulder into it. Down goes Arturo Gatti. Another angle. Watch the left hand dragging from Gatti, and boom, he runs in. His head runs in to the overhand right.
And Luis Melendez now sitting up, and he will hear how quickly this fight ended. We'll find out now from Ed Darien.
Ladies and gentlemen, the time of this bout, 19 seconds of the first round, and a winner by a knockout, Arturo Thunder Gatti.
Well, that has officially broken the Blue Horizon record of Jorge Maisonet's 22nd knockout over Buttons Kearney. 19 seconds into the first round. Arturo Gatti being draped by Panama Lewis. Lewis, as we had mentioned before, back in a corner, licensed by Pennsylvania. He has been banned from the ring by the state of New York and states around the country honoring that. Quite frankly, Sean, I think it's a travesty that he is working here tonight until he is cleared of the charges, the criminal charges. Even though he has served his time, he should not be allowed in a corner.
Well, I don't think it's right. He's not, in my opinion, a friend of boxing. He still contends that he did not take the padding out of the gloves of Resto, but
and he's now appealing that, not appealing that case, but he has been found guilty of tampering with boxing gloves and also aggravated assault in that fight. Of course, Louis Resto, the winner, in which he destroyed Billy Collins, who was pounded. It looked like he was beaten with bricks, suffered the eye damage, and Collins 9 months later was killed in an automobile accident. Some felt that it was a suicide, linking it to his despondency over his career being finished from that fight. But here is Panama Lewis back in the ring.
Well, Billy Collins was such a proud fighter and proud of his career. When he lost the fight to Resto, it blew his mind, and many feel like he committed suicide because of that loss.
And Lewis still denying that he was involved in that, and will be appealing that case. It was ironic, Lewis mentioning that he was sent to prison for a boxing crime, and in prison they had him working as a boxing trainer. Well, that wraps up another first round KO. There were several of them.